This is the Empire States for Morocco at Virginia Republic. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is a sovereign, living, universal, ancient, natural, divine, Article 3, Moorish, American, Moroccan court action. I am the sovereign, living justice, Kenesha LaShawn Lamb, in red ink, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, in proprio solo, at all times and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. My free chosen Moorish appellation is Karimah Kenesha LaShawn L. Bay, in red ink, in capitis diminutio nolo, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, and in proprio solo, at all times and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. We are the ascendants and descendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our credit, our allegiance, our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the sovereign people, who are the original indigenous, natural divine Empire State for Morocco, and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. I and all Moors are the rightful heirs to the vast estate, the universal ministers, justice, consuls, executors, trustees, claimants, beneficiaries, and possessors of the universal sovereign original indigenous natural divine ancients. We are mother, father, and ascendant spiritum returned alive. All exchanges in universal commerce shall be made in gold and silver. We hereby exercise all sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. We are peace, one nation, one state, one empire, and one God. I, Kenesha LaShawn Lamb, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, in proprio solo, do hereby terminate and abolish forever all presumed contracts, charters, and trusts that presumably exist with Kenesha LaShawn Lamb in all capital letters and in black ink, Kenesha LaShawn Lamb in capitis diminutio minima in all black ink, and Kenesha LaShawn Lamb in black ink in capitis diminutio nolo, and all agents, heirs, principals, assigns, and any and all derivatives thereof. I, Kenesha LaShawn Lamb, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio heredes, and in proprio solo, am the creditor to all of the nations on the earth. I do hereby terminate all presumed contracts to include all contracts issued by the United States Corporation in black ink in all capital letters, the United States in black ink in capitis diminutio minima, and all corporations in black ink and in all capital letters in capitis diminutio minima and in capitis diminutio nolo, and their agents, heirs, principals, assigns, and any derivatives thereof, to include the following unlawful instruments, nunc pro tunc. I do hereby terminate all presumed contracts to include all contracts issued by the United States Service Corporation, the United States Corporation Company, Unum Sanctum Operations, United States, and all corporations in black ink, and all agents, heirs, principals, assigns, and all derivatives thereof, to include the following unlawful instruments, nunc pro tunc. All of the fraudulent contracts issued by said corporations in the name of Kenesha LaShawn Lamb in capitis diminutio maxima and all derivatives thereof have been terminated. I, Karimah Bay, am not a United States Corporation Company citizen, nor a United States citizen, nor a citizen of the United States of America, nor a citizen at all. I am original, indigenous, natural, divine, sovereign authority on this land of America, and I possess lawful, national, international, and universal titles, charters, trusts, and identification documents that are aboriginal, indigenous, sovereign, de jure, Moorish, National Republic, federal government titles, charters, trusts, and identification documents, of which I am part and parcel. I hereby proclaim full access and declare my full right, full lawful estate of all land, all natural resources, all hereditaments and physical property, and all commercial contracts, nunc pro tunc. All citizens in capitis diminutio maxima, minima, or nolo, and in black ink, are subject to me and are commanded to honor my sovereignty and to obey immediately each and every one of my sovereign commands at all times. I am in proprio persona, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes at this time and at all points in time. All sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, natural, divine, Moorish, American, Moroccan autographs affirming this, and all sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient empire state for Morocco and de jure Moorish National Republic federal government documents are on the public record at America, ancient Morocco, northwest of Exum, northwest Africa, the North Gate, Turtle Island, Gaia, Midgard, Earth. The time is immemorial and into perpetuity, nunc pro tunc, ego sum karimah bay, governing justice, consul, vizir, executor, fiduciary, sovereign lawyer, and capitis diminutio nolo and solo in red ink, and propria persona sui juris, sui heredis, nunc pro tunc. Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Moorish American Consulate, care of General Delivery, near Virginia Republic, zip exempt. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Islam. This is the Empire State for Morocco at Virginia. All rise and stand and remain standing into perpetuity. This is the sovereign living, ancient Article 3, Moorish American Moroccan court action. I am sovereign living justice, Kenesha LaShawn, Wilson, Edwards, Hyman, Lamb, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. My free chosen national appellation is Karimah LaShawn El Bay, in capitis diminutio nolo, in red ink, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, and in proprio heredes. We are the original, indigenous, sovereign, ancient, Moroccan, Moorish American ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance, our credit, our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people who are the original, indigenous, natural, divine, ancient empire state of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government. We hereby exercise all sovereign rights at this time and at all points in time, nunc pro tunc. Whereas I and all Moorish Americans are the sovereign, universal, original, indigenous, natural, divine law and government on our ancient, holy, sovereign, ancestral, inherited lands at earth. We are ascendants, spiritum, returned alive. We are the ascendants of the great pharaohs of Kemet and of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites. We are the solvent creditors to all nations at earth. We are the executors, administrators, ministers, claimants, heirs, and beneficiaries of our own vast estate. Whereas we are the sovereign governor, sovereign attorney generals, sovereign chiefs for the empire state, sovereign securities for the empire state, sovereign mayor for all land, all natural resources, and all commerce. We are the ancient empire state of Morocco. We are exercising sovereign personal jurisdiction, sovereign territorial jurisdiction, and sovereign subject matter jurisdiction over all matters, space, and time. Whereas all on our land is a resource for use by the sovereign Moorish American government at our will, as we are the creditors to all nations at earth. Whereas we are always and only in the jurisdiction of our ancient ancestral inherited estate at all times non pro tunc. Whereas we are the rightful possessors for all land and all property, all natural resources, and all commerce on our estate. We proclaim sovereign heirship and dominion over all land, all natural resources, and all commerce, and all living beings. Additionally, all land in America is ancient ancestral lands, as all was hidden and is now revealed to all. Whereas our sovereign rights are unalienable and inalienable, we are enjoined with our sovereign living lands, living ancient mounds, ancient energies, and eternal ancestors. We hereby access our own vast estate, for we are the salvation for our lands and all inhabitants at earth. We hereby exercise all sovereign rights with access to and dominion over all land, all natural resources, and all sovereign commerce. We are the law and we are the government. Whereas the Moorish American flag shall float publicly at all territories on our land in the now time. All rights exercised at all times and at all points in times. Universal Commercial Code 1, 207, 308, Universal Commercial Code 1, 103. All sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient, divine, Moorish American autographs affirming this, and all sovereign, original, indigenous, ancient Empire State of Morocco, and the de jure Moorish National Republic federal government documents are on the public record at America. Ancient Morocco, Northwest of Mexico, Northwest Africa, the North Gate, Turtle Island, Gaia, Midgard, Earth. I am Karimah Bey, Governing Justice, Consul, Vizir, Minister, Executor, Fiduciary, Sovereign Lawyer at Virginia. Islam, Islam, Islam.